Okay, so let's get into the industry and take a look at this on the manufacturing of this spike blueprint. I have a few blueprints here, as you can see. Go down to S. Suppose I could have just searched for it. There it is. All right. Spike. So this is intriguing.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Sergeant_Thickshake just followed.
Sergeant Thickshake, welcome. Okay, so I didn't realize this, but like, I can do 500 copies.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Sizer88 just followed.
10 runs per copy. Sizelerp, thank you for following. Welcome. Just job runs. Okay, so I'm gonna do, that's an hour, and runs per copy, job runs. So maximum runs 500. Wow. 28 days to do a 500, to do one 500. Doesn't cost anything, costs 349 ISK. But, okay. Runs per copy. I think 10 is the maximum. Yeah, 10 is the maximum. One job run. Okay, so this will create one I'm trying to do the math here. I don't use copies very often. I don't make copies of this. And so is this really, so what is this going to make? So one run, no, 10 runs of one. Okay, when I'm manufacturing this, I'm able to do 550. Okay, so that's what I got here. I'm able to do 550 runs, and basically, so one run of 550 is about a month, depending on the station bonuses. And so if I do one round run, one job run. God. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out because, I mean, what I probably need to do is, okay, so one job run is this right here, and it'll make 550, and it says it'll make 970,000 worth of
Welcome to the Dragons.
Acromic just followed.
Thank you for the follow, welcome. It'll make 5,000 rounds at a value of around 970,000. So if I did this right here, this will make one run of 500?
Welcome to the Dragons.
Bilaka 23 just followed.
I just don't know. Balaka, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I don't know. I don't know. I think that what this is saying is that okay, this is going to make 5,000 spike from one run, one job run, one copy. Okay, so if I change this to 2 job runs, 1 copy, does this change it to say that it'll make 10,000? No, it still says 5,000. But then it'll be 1 copy and it'll let me do 2 runs in a row. And so it'd be more efficient. Okay, we're gonna... Yeah, and it's 5,000 per run is what it looks like. So if I do this right here, to where we have 1 job run, 1 run per copy, and you can do up to 10, then this is just going to make 1 BPO. Right? Fuck me. I just don't know. Okay, so we're going to start it. Hour and 20 minutes. Job cost is nothing. So we're doing 1 and 1. We come back later and we check and see, see what it's actually producing. I think that I know what it's producing, but I need to know what's producing, because if I do this at the maximum of 550 job runs or 500 job runs and 10 runs per copy, then it's 238 days. So there's a couple things that I need to take into consideration with that if I'm going to do that big of a run. And one is 238 days. I mean, come on, that's what? 8-9 months? And so I'm going to tie up this BPO for 8 or 9 months when it could be making 2.75 million ammo per month. And I'm going to tie it up that long just to make the copies. And that, feels a little ridiculous. And I don't know what the copies are worth. I know that they don't cost me very much to make. But, because like this, it's 700 ISK to make 1 run, 1 job run, 1 copy. And it'll make 5,000 ammo. And that'll be worth, like, what did it say, 970,000? Just below $1 million. The cost of the 700,000 or 700 ISK is nothing, but the time on this is a big deal. And this is why there are some stations that are set up specifically for fast copying, because it's a big deal how much time this takes. And then there are some implants for that as well. And if I'm going to do a super long run like that, because I decide that it's worth it, then I need to have one of those implants in, which will give me, a 6% boost in the time? But 6% of 238 days or whatever that is, it's going to save 15 days, something like that. So yeah, maybe it'll be worth it. I don't know. But we'll let this run out. We'll see what we've got in the end, which I believe will be one BPC for spike that is 1020, and that it will when manufactured, be worth 970,000. So for the test, these are fine. If I put this into process and I have to transport something to Null that takes me 238 days to make, that's going to be kind of a big deal. You do not want to lose that shit. So, and I don't think that the manufacturing time on this is, or making the copy, is it more efficient to make the copy? And the amount of time it takes to make the copy for how long the duration is, but then at the same time, you can only get 500 runs out of it, and where I can get 550 in this station. So we're going to continue on this. This is going to be over multiple episodes figuring this out. And so, yeah. Manufacturing time should be linear.
Welcome
yes.
to the Dragons.
So,
just followed.
But here's one thing, is that when you say it's linear, and so I can manufacture this, and so I'm doing this copy process. The copy, if the manufacturing, so this is like 1 hour and 21 minutes. Here, I'm going to write this down. So it was 121 to make 1x, 1x. And then what is the manufacturing time on just 1x? If I look at it here, I might be able to, no, it won't show it to me while it's running. So, if I were to manufacture it, I think it said 2 hours and something. So, should show on the output, maybe, but it doesn't take the station into 2 hours 40 minutes. Okay, so maybe. So 2 hours, 40 minutes. I don't know that it takes any of the station circumstances into account or any of your skills into account when it says that. So we'll just have to see, because we're gonna get this one made, and then we're gonna take a look at it and compare the real numbers. You can feel the pain. This is okay. So this is one of the beautiful things in Eve, how complicated this is. Allows you to get down to the nth degree on winning. What I mean by that is like, what about it, winning this? So I believe what this is saying is, my belief is that potentially, if I spend the time to make a copy, and then my manufacturing takes longer, it means that I can make more copies than I can manufacture in one product line. But since you have 11 product lines with your max skills per character, it means that I could actually run 11 of them at the same time, and I could output greater volumes by going through this copy process. So I spend just a little bit of ISK in order to ramp up faster manufacturing, higher volume manufacturing. I can tell you, I already can, if I'm at a 50% profit on these, I can't sell them fast enough. I make them faster than I can manufacture them. But then I take them to like Amar and some to Ren's and Dodixie and Heck, and sell them there as well. So, we're going to find out. So spreadsheet works out. Yes, I'm sure people have made spreadsheets. I'm sure people have made spreadsheets to figure all this out. 100%. 100%. And I know that they're out there. I could probably just Google it up. But I don't want to, I kind of like to figure out the math for myself. And the reason to that is that not everybody else's spreadsheet is right. Sometimes they make assumptions or they fudge. Or they're like, this is close enough. And I may get to the point where I say, well, this is close enough. But I want to come to that conclusion. I want to come to that conclusion myself. So, all right, we got over an hour. And let me just set a timer here on my phone so that let's see. So I got a timer going, and then I'll remember to come back and look. The journey is a reward? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay, we're going to leave this guy be for a bit, and we'll come back to him. I'm going to load up another client here. We're going to head into Null, into Imperium space. Thank you for reminding you that industry is not your game. Yeah, no problem. I do love industry, but you're right. All right.
Connecting.
Heading into Imperium territory. Arza, thank you. Welcome. And Veli. Yes. I have the power to crash the market, potentially. Potentially, yeah. So, yep, here is a ship that I have not taken out yet that I plan to. I look forward to. I got to transport him up to my. I got to transport him to the area he's going to be living. So. Yeah. So this is Moros Navy issue. Yep. It's yeah, I can't wait to fly it. So it's going to require multiple it's going to require multiple characters to be online and to jump him where he needs to go. So, let's see here. I am at... I'm all the way down here. So, and I believe I still have some ships down here. And... well, that's right. I was going to jump down there and get some of those ships, and we're going to transport them in here, because in the ship maintenance bay, 1,000 here. See, I can fit 2 battleships in there, and physics says no, you can't put the item inside itself. Well, I didn't really try. I was just putting it back. Yeah. King Zappa. Too much information. Yep. Too much. So, alrighty, let's see here. Let me see what I've got at my other station here. Search for ships. All right, I'm going to fly down there. And take these. Then let me look in my corp stuff. All right, we got industry set up. And all right. Let's go get, oh, let me make sure I don't have any implants in. You know, these little things. Okay, I don't. How's my skill training going on this guy? 439 days, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items. 439 days. Oh my God. It looks like, oh, I'm about to run out. 439 days. Wow. Right? Pretty incredible. All right, here we go.
Warp drive active.
I'm going to take a PvP ship up to our new home system. And I don't have anything in this new home system yet. I have stuff close. I don't have anything in the new home system yet. So it'd be nice to take a look. And my route here, I think that this map doesn't load up correctly half the time. So there are no jump bridges here. Huh, it's interesting that they didn't put any jump bridges in here, the new people. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. We had jump bridges in here, so it's going to be a longer trip. Yeah. So, Sergeant Thickshake started around 2010. Yeah, so certain corps will help with certain things. The complexity is what you make of it in the game. If you just like flying small ships and you want to go out, you know, exploring, or, you know, in fleets with people or whatnot, it can be, you know, a lot easier. But it doesn't have to be. You're digging the Skinner tool? Wow, you're one of the 5%. But that's great if you love it, because there's a lot of stuff available for it, because most people don't care about it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, because most people don't. If you like it, that's awesome. Somebody's got to make the skins. So it's just expensive. It is. It's an expensive adventure, especially if you're buying Plex. Although Plex is on sale right now if you're watching live. Exclamation point coupon. Yep. I wonder if we can get Plex under 6 million on the market because of this sale. I wonder if it'll push it down.
Warp drive active.
And we are not currently at war. Good. Means I might be able to have a guy go pick up the copy for the test, this manufacturing test, in 2 null locations, 1 high-sec location, one low-sec location. Started as an explorer, moved to being null wormhole nomad now. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought about that. Nomadic life. It's like, what is your goal? Because if your nomad goal, is it just to get enough stuff in your hold and then go and sell it real quick so that you get the ISK because you can carry the ISK with you everywhere? Or is it to get kills? Or, you know, what is it? So, all right, I have hostile on my way down, okay? Yeah, there's a hostile coming up. You think the global Plex market will have a major impact on pricing? No, I think it's not going to have any impact on it, other than in some remote regions. Okay, so it will have a little bit impact, and here's how. Think of the system Solitude. Solitude is a high-sec island. It's a region all to itself. Majority of it is high-sec, some of it's low-sec, but it's an island. It's not connected with the rest of high-sec. And in there, what kind of market is there? And if people need Plex, people are not typically putting Plex on the market in a space like that because it takes a lot longer to sell. And so because it takes a lot longer to sell, then people would put it at a higher price because obviously there's not as much for sale, so they do get a higher price in that area. And then so people will buy it. And you say, well, solve that with an alt in JITA. Not everybody thinks of that. You are 100% correct, but not everybody thinks of that. Everybody should have an alt in JITA, so you can go look things up and everything. And so the fact of it is that by taking and making the Plex market global or universal, then it does allow for cheaper purchases of Plex in that area and makes it more available to them. So while they were paying more, they're now paying less. So it significantly benefits people like in Solitude. And so does that, though, affect the overall price? Not really, because it was already like JITA was doing like, I don't know, 30% of the volume in the entire game was happening at JITA. And then you've got another 10% at Amar, and then the other high-sec ones make up another 5%. And then you have, other places in Null. There's some big Null markets and stuff that are all player run. And so This does equalize it across the board, which is good, but is that enough to cause the price to lower? Well, it has lowered a little bit. It lowered from like 6.3 to 6.1, something like that. So let's look up Plex here. Oh, I don't have it on my quick bar. Okay. So look at that. It did crack 6 million. So with the sale going on. And the history though, let's see here. How much history are we showing? Not much. Let me do my next jump.
Warp drive active.
Oh, well, we don't have very long in it. So, okay. So 6 million, and you know, we're okay. Has it had an impact? Yeah, I think so, because previously we were higher. We were up in the 6.3, 6.4 range. So how much, so it's had a 5% impact on the market. And that's just eyeballing it. 5% impact on the market. And so does that 5% equal more accessibility? Well, it equals 5% more accessibility of it, to everybody. Makes it, all right, I have, they still haven't put a station in here. And why do they have, is this an inhibitor or what is this? No, it's a Sino beacon. Why have a Sino beacon in here right next to the gate? Huh. Well, different corps and different alliances have different thoughts on these things. So, all right. Let me bark him out. So that little alert you heard was me barking him out.
Warp drive active.
Now I came in on this, so I did a bounce here to a safe. This is the one where there's no system in here, or there's no station in here, so it can make it a little bit difficult to get through here. And I'm checking to see if I see anybody. Warp disruption probe and Eris. I'm probably going to get caught here. Yep, I'm going to get caught here. Damn it. I'm sure of it. Yeah, of course. I mean, okay, good fight. What the fuck? That is such a good hunting ground for that. I mean, he's just perfectly set up in there to do that. Yeah, he is just perfectly set up in there to do that. So, okay. I made it to my station quicker than I anticipated. I forgot that this is where my death clone was. So, let's see here. What are we going to do? Are we going to take this to go kill him? Or we're going to take this. This is 82,000 DHP. $85 million. It's 11,000 DHP. 58 million. Let's take one of these. Oh, it's barking out him getting me. And he, you know, it's not like he gets anything on his kill board for that. I was in a Corvette. I don't think that even shows up. I should have been taking a shuttle.
Dragons.
Anti-Cason just followed.
Anti-Chasen. Welcome. So.
Warp drive active.
The pod will show? Yep. I don't know. Do you get points on kill board for killing pods?
Warp drive active.
And I could be, yeah, I checked on what I was flying before I left, whether or not I had any implants.
Warp drive active.
Right, this next system is the one that he's in. Still haven't forgiven Vinny for crushing my dreams of having an alt. Oh yeah, well, you know, it's whatever. I still like Vinny. All right, this is the system. Oh, and he's gone. Did they kill him? They may have. Yep, they killed him. All right, good job, guys. All right. Yep. Okay, well, that solves that, right? Now I'm going to salvage his wreck. We'll see if it's worth anything. It is. Over 12 million. Woohoo! Very nice. See what cargo is left over. Oh, 26 million in there. Nice. Okay. Excellent. Then scoop that to cargo hold. And you know, so that kind of paid for the ship I lost.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Well, the guys came in and did the work.
Just followed.
They killed him and didn't even loot it, it looks like, or they took only a few things. So all right. Go scoop up my corpse. It's too bad there's not a station in here. Do they lock pods before they're in grid? They don't, that I know of. That might just be a perception of what's happening, but I don't think that's possible. Probably not going to be anything in here. That was probably my ship. Yeah, civilian stuff. Okay, we'll leave that alone. And then we'll go look at this one other. Might just be civilian stuff in there too, but we'll see. One null. All right, I'll take it. Getting on now.
Warp drive active.
Not bad. 39 million in loot. Where's my ammo in here? What do I got loaded? Null, medium. So this is my ammo, which is worth 219,000. So I literally picked up 39 million worth of stuff there between the salvage and the loot for losing my Corvette. Justice served. I didn't get to serve it, but I got a nice insurance payout. Right? Must be covered by Geico. Yeah. I'm one of those people that's never made a big insurance claim. So no, paid insurance. I'm the perfect customer. Paid a lot of insurance money. Never made a big claim. Although I did make an insurance claim when somebody ran into my brand new car. Then where they hit me, they determined it was $700 worth of damage. And that didn't quite meet the deductible. Blah, blah, blah. There's a total scam for most. Well, if you can self-insure, that's the best. When I was in Oregon, if you could put in $1,000 bond or $1 million bond, you could be self-insured. And it was something like that. But who has that kind of extra money sitting around to do that? Not me. But if you can self-insure, that's the way to go.
Drive active.
All right, it's a long trip. A lot of systems out here with no stations. The alliance out here that took over after we moved out, I don't know, either they just don't deal with as many stations or they have less resources, and so they're being more strategic about where they put them. I don't know.
Drive active.
Maybe that doesn't help with this ship. His alignment's probably already good enough, and that didn't help. Let's see, what is his alignment? Oh yeah, that made him take longer. So, one of the things I'm going to have to do is move all my manufacturing up to the new location. I'm glad we have manufacturing set up. We'll have to see if we have any specifically for ammo, because that will be, what do they say, chef's kiss? Something like that.
Drive active.
Yeah, I knew doing that was gonna... Now wait a second. Why did I fly to this gate when this gate is the one that says that I'm supposed to be going through? That's weird. How did I do that?
Warp drive active.
You, sir, rock.
Caviar_Liberta just subscribed for 13 months.
Caviar Liberta. Thank you for the sub. And 30 gold to everybody here in your honor.
Warp drive active.
There's a station in here. I think they'd want to put at least a station in each system, but who knows. Sergeant Thickshake. So I've been to Victoria, Australia. Nice place. And no, it's not early for me. I'm always if I'm streaming, I'm usually live well before now. And nothing in here.
Warp drive active.
Who's taking the space? I don't know. This one shows that we still own it. So we haven't turned this over to anybody yet. We are, you know, turning stuff over. I don't know how the negotiations work on all of that and stuff. So, not really sure.
Welcome to the Dragons.
A Strand Psychus just followed.
Stramp Psychus. Welcome. So obviously a lot of people here. So here is Keepstar. I'm going to go in here for the moment.
Warp drive
And this is Dracaris. Are they Chinese? I'm not sure, but they're blue, so it's all good. All right. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on video, see you in the next episode.